All right, great segment there and great entertainment down in the Carson Valley. In the studio live right now, we've got interim city manager Dirk Brazil of City of South Lake Tahoe. So literally just yesterday, contract approved going through November at the council meeting. So first of all, give us a little of your background and let the viewers know.
Sure. Yeah. I'm a recent retiree as the city manager from the city of Davis. I was there for 3 years. Before that, I was the assistant administrator running Yolo County, and then before that I was in the governor's administration and various legislative positions.
So you were in tune yesterday with what was going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, big time news out there in the media right now. Where are you originally from?
Salinas. I grew up in Monterey County, and then when I went away to go to college, I went to Davis and just stayed in the area on and off with a sojourn to Washington State for a while, where I was the chief deputy for their fish and game department.
Very cool. So yeah, you also have a home in the Donner Pass area over by Sugar Bowl. So
that's right.
You know the area. You come up here a lot. You do the drive. You deal with the commute. So you're not out of touch with what's going on up here by any means.
No, not at all. In fact, I was very happy in my retirement, but when this opportunity came along, it was sort of the right mix of just the element. Summer at 6,000 feet for one who lives at sea level during summer, where it gets over 100 each day, was a very appealing notion to me.
Right.
But that's also sort of the mix of policy issues and stuff. As sort of just a professional government worker, it was really intriguing to me. So I'm happy to be here and looking forward to everything.
So as an interim city manager, how does that play into your mindset, knowing that your job's done in November? I mean, the contract is literally expired, and due to your retiree status, you can't work more than that.
Right. It's nice in some ways, right? That's the beauty of retirement, is that you have these short-term opportunities where you have a very clear path of what it is you want to get done. I mean, ultimately, my goal is to prepare the city in every way I can possibly think of to make it a great place for a new city manager, a full-time city manager, whoever the council picks, to just pick up the ball and start to run with it. So really, it's day-to-day management, but sort of looking down the road to sort of, when this person gets hired, to sort of give them your impression of things that are in process, that need to be completed.
You're not trying to derail the train by any means or make any drastic movements. You're just trying to keep the train moving forward, as you said, right?
Right. I mean, largely. I mean, if things come up where I have to make changes like that, whether they be personnel, whether they be contracts, whether they be, you never know in the moment. But you're right. I mean, my goal is to sort of lay the groundwork for a new city manager to come in, and it's just buttoned down, it's turnkey, and they can go off and running in the direction the council wants them.
And the way it's been described to me, it sort of clicked, just to help some other people sort of evaluate it. The city manager is like the CEO of a company, and then the council is like the board of directors. So often there's checks and balances for sure, but then any large decision would have to be approved by council.
Right.
Is that correct? Yeah.
All policy is set by the council. My job is to implement the policy. And so you just have this line here where the council's above, staff is below. The line gets somewhat blurred as council dips into policy and the staff sort of gets above and starts dealing directly with council members. But essentially, that's the way it works. And I serve solely at their pleasure. They have two positions that they directly hire. It's the city attorney and the city manager. Everything else is at the discretion of the city manager, obviously in conversation with the council. But the public sector is very different than private, but the analogy of the CEO is appropriate.
And just because today is your first day on the job, technically, it's not your first day in Tahoe. You've been in here meeting with people, getting to know the community, and getting a feel for it. Yeah,
I didn't want to come in on my first day and then I'm trying to just learn everybody's name and figure out how to get from where I live, much less find a place to live, get from where I'm living to the office. And so I've probably been up here 3 or 4 times in the last 3 weeks, meeting with people, talking to people. And so when I came in yesterday, which also happened to be a council meeting day, I mean, I felt very comfortable, was able to contribute, and hopefully didn't have any major faux pas that have people second guessing.
So the good question here, a lot of people probably wondering, where are you going to be staying up here in Tahoe? Are you going to be staying in a vacation home rental? Or what are you going to do? Are you going to commute? What do you got?
No, I'll be here during the week. I think I'll be doing the reverse commute, going back to Davis on the weekends, where my wife is a school teacher, where we have a new granddaughter. But they'll also be coming up here. So I'm not going to be going home every time.
Yeah, the full mix.
Be up here for 4th of July to get the full Lake Tahoe 4th of July
and
experience.
the 4th of July parade.
Exactly.
We had Tracy in here last week talking about it, and she's going to be having a new route boat and some more lake views and a lot more
Yeah, no, it
involvement and
sounds
fun.
terrific.
So,
Yeah,
all
it's got a
right.
lot
Well,
of
thank you very
energy.
much for coming in.
My pleasure.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
having
your
me.
time, and good luck on the job through November. And we wish you well.
Thank
You're
you.
watching Tahoe Today. We'll be back after this.